So this is Thailand and a special edition of Expert Advice. Joining with me is Asia's first master of wine, Miss Jeannie Cho Lee. Hi, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Well, there's a lot of foreigners out there who come to Thailand and they have a love of wine. They brought it with them from Europe, from the US. They find, oh, now I'm in Asia, I'm with Asian food. And there's that misconception that wine really doesn't pair well with the Asian palate.
Right.
Is this true? Is this a falsehood?
Absolutely false. How's that for an answer? That's been one of the areas that I've been working on really all my life when I think about it, because I love both food and wine. And the food that I eat is mostly Chinese, Korean, Thai, Vietnamese. I've lived in Malaysia for a few years and travel quite a bit. And the last 20 years I've been based in Hong Kong. So it means that 90% of what I consume is with a bowl of rice and chopsticks most of the time. And I think that the challenge has always been the way that we consume. When you have so many dishes all at once, this communal style, it's already crowded. Where's room for a wine glass, first of all? And a lot of the local restaurants, and if you think about hawker stalls, they're not going to have wine glasses or an ice bucket, or even, until recently, wine openers. So these were all new concepts, and I think that's why people automatically think it doesn't work. And we're doing a masterclass today here at Four Seasons as part of the World Gourmet Festival. And what I'd like to show the audience and share with everyone there is the fact that when you know that you have a dish and you're dealing with chili, you're dealing with pungent flavors like fish sauce, and you have sour flavors going on, and you have a level of sweetness. Well, there are wines such as Riesling with great acidity, with a very strong flavor profile, but not too dominant. That can work very well. We're having one of them shown. We're also showing an Albarino, which is from Rias Baixas in Spain. Northwest part of Spain that has a cool Atlantic influence, so it has very good acidity. But again, wonderful floral aromatics. And one of the aspects of especially Thai cuisine is that there's a real emphasis on aromatic herbs, aromatic fruits. Even the mangoes here are, have a unique and almost floral characteristic that's very different from other mangoes outside of Thailand. So I think having wines that when you understand the flavor profile of that cuisine, we just talked about Thai, then you start to think, oh, well, there's a lot of wines that actually complement and echo the very same flavor characteristics you're talking about in the food. So if you talk about mango flavors, well, lychee has lychee, mango, mangosteen can be found in varieties like Muscat or Gewürztraminer. If you're talking about floral and herbal notes, you can look at Riesling, or Sauvignon Blanc you can say it echoes coriander or chives or lemongrass even. So then you start to put things together and say, actually, it's an extension of the flavors I'm already enjoying. So as long as the wines have very good freshness and can provide this refreshment value, I think you'll find that there are lots of wines that go very well with Thai food.
I think you hit upon the point that a lot of Westerners, especially who come here, they're not familiar with these flavors, with these aromas, and so they feel, well, if I don't know it, then it can't possibly go with something which I'm very well aware of.
And I think this is the same, not just with foreigners, but with local Thais or with local, even Japanese. And Japanese have been consuming wine for far longer than the Chinese or the Thais or the Koreans or the Vietnamese. And so if you actually look at the comfort level of people marrying these two, I call different worlds together, the coming together, you realize it's because either people, for foreigners visiting, let's say Thailand, they feel not familiar with Thai food. So they may know wine, and they may know what they like in their own countries or their places that they've lived in, but then to introduce it to a table full of foreign flavors is intimidating. And that, or let's take a local who loves his or her food. They are very familiar with the very, very best dishes and flavors from Thailand, but they don't know wine. So then they're intimidated by wine. And I think what has to happen on both sides is that they have to feel that experimenting, first of all, is perfectly fine. You're going to make mistakes, and it's never going to be perfect. But the first step is getting over this block that wine belongs only on a Western table.
Well, for those who are watching and don't have the expertise like my guest today, she's done one very good thing for you, and written a very, very comprehensive book. I've had a chance to look through it. Some excellent insights in there. You've actually broken down different cuisines from different countries, looked at each of the flavors, the aromas, the acidities, the sweetness, and you've matched it up with different wines, your tips, recommendations. How did you go about making such a comprehensive book?
I think for me, I looked at it as I looked at wine when I first approached it, because wine as a subject for many Asian people who didn't grow up drinking wine is intimidating. It's an intimidating subject. The world of wine is so diverse. There are millions of styles and types. How do you structure it? How do you structure all that information? And quite a lot of it comes down to the very core or the essence of the cuisine or the wine. So for wine, it's pretty straightforward. There's about 5 structural components that you sort of think about when you analyze it. So it's the level of sugar, if there's any in the wine. Some white wines have residual sugar, and so does champagne. And you look at acidity level. How high is it? Is it refreshing? Does it taste kind of flabby, low in sugar? You look at the tannin level. You look at the body. You look at the alcohol level. And these are things that actually don't change, and these are things you can actually measure. It's measurable. You can do a test, and they'll give you the actual total acidity level, and you can then compare. Oh, this wine actually has higher acidity than the other one, right?
So actually, quite scientific in a sense.
It is actually, and so are tannin compounds. Tannin compounds are measured by IPT levels, and there's a specific number attached to each one. So if you wanted to, you could be very scientific about it. But going beyond that with cuisine, it's actually not that different if you break down the cuisine into its structural profiles of taste. So how sweet is it? How sour is it? These are measurable. How salty is it, right? Is there bitterness in the flavors? I mean, there's only 5 flavors on our palate that we can distinguish. So if you break each cuisine down by those components, and then on top of that, add a few more things like texture. How important is the role of texture? How important, how fatty or heavy are the meals? How much oil as a component goes into, let's say, a typical Thai meal versus a typical Beijing, northern Chinese meal? It's huge. Because Thai food, as intense as it is, because it's actually sweet, sour, spicy. I mean, everything goes into it at once, and that's wonderful, and that's why people love it. But at the same time, it's light.
That's true.
There's a lightness to it. So it's intense, but it's light. And whereas you get, very intense flavors from, let's say, northern Chinese, and they are could be very strong in soy sauce, fermented flavors. They use a lot of black bean and soybean paste, but it's also heavy. A lot more grease, a lot more meat involved. And so you can actually weigh them and compare them and understand the breakdown. And when you do that, then I think, in a way, the wines kind of jump out at you.
Oh, I never thought about that way.
Yeah, so it's a matter of organizing a lot of information, but as long as I think you have this structure down-packed and it's pretty solid and you use it consistently to analyze different cuisines, it actually is measurable.
Well, thank you very much for giving us all that advice. Now, in case you weren't taking notes, that's an awful lot of information. I do highly recommend going out and buying yourself a copy of The Asian Palate by G.T. Choli. It'll be fantastic reading and even better eating once you've done it. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Wow, now we are in Khanom. Khanom is 110
10 kilometers from Nakhon Si Thammarat. And today it's a beach attraction. Next to me is Kun Ming.
Yeah.
Your real name is?
I'm Sikans, you can call me Mick.
Good, Kun Ming. Today we're going to be in Khanom. So how long is the coastline?
Ours is a total is 32 kilometers. We have 16 bays and a very beautiful beach land and white sandy beach.
You know how much time I have? 7 to 10 minutes.
If you want to tour around every point,
Yeah.
around 2 or 3 days, you can guide. You have time.
No, we have 7 to 10 minutes for the program.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, we will take just some highlights, and highlights are the best one for you.
Okay, let's go. Here you see the pink dolphins in Khanom have 15 or 16 pink dolphins. Some pinks, some are gray.
Oh, we have seen so many of them.
Yes, and here is the north of Khanom and close to Donsak in Surat Thani. You see the name of Wang Loma. You see many pink dolphins.
Oh, you mean this is their playground,
Yeah.
like the where they live? And how many months a year that we can see the dolphins?
From March to October, you see dolphin. Because of October to December, it is the monsoon. You cannot see.
I see. Quite many of them.
Yeah.
And they are so cute because they are a bit pink and
gray,
and
some white gray.
some white, yeah, and they are so, I mean, some of them, they are small like a
Yeah.
baby dolphins.
Essa moça tá diferente, já não.
Oh, look at those rocks.
Yes, it is called papa. You see the beautiful and like the handkerchief.
Yeah, like you put them on together.
Yeah.
And the foreigners, they call it pancakes.
Yeah.
Like you can eat them all.
And the age around 260 million. The scientists analyze that.
Is that all? 260
Yeah.
million years?
Yeah. You see only at Khanom and at that point.
Yeah, I
Around-
never seen it. It's
Yeah.
quite extraordinary.
Yeah. Not have in Andaman, have in our Thai. Yeah.
I have crossed 1,000
After
bridges.
cruising, so it's it's a good idea when you're so thirsty, so you come and stop by the orchard. And in Khanom, we have so many kinds of fruits that can offer you.
We have mangosteen, durian, pomelo, and it is the one of famous fruit. It is a dragon fruit.
Dragon fruits.
It's so sweet and it's unique.
I think that it looks so artistic. I mean, very nice. Look at them. I mean, when they are fresh, like this, and then you pick them up, and then
can taste.
you can peel it. You can peel it. Look at the color, and inside. So this one, you peel it like this, and then taste it.
Oh, so sweet.
So sweet. The taste is very unique, much better than other places in Thailand. Why?
It's good soil.
You have soil here, you
Yes.
have water.
Yes, and near mountain.
Yeah, so remember that there are many fruits, and this is one of them, dragon fruit. So now we come to the beach. 32 kilometers,
Yeah,
right? And then
yes.
we have 16 beaches, and this is one of them.
This is a Quang Pao Bay. This is a beautiful beach, white sandy beach. And now don't have the building. This is a peaceful.
I can see that Khanom is quite a hidden paradise.
Yeah.
Like
and
you
close to
said.
Samui.
Yeah, I never imagined that it's that close to Samui, and it's in the middle from Samui and Nakhon Si Thammarat. So you can come easily. can see, like I say, that Kanam can offer you many, many things. Now we are offering you the mangrove forest and the view of the mountain behind us.
And at night, you see the firefly.
Oh, really?
Yes, beautiful like Christmas tree. And inside is the Navila Tanke Resort. Here have the restaurant. You can eat delicious seafood.
Oh, fresh seafood because
Yes.
they have their own fishing boat.
Yeah.
And they can offer you such a beautiful and romantic accommodation. And remember that they have fireflies